So for the nearly finished and the, almost there, see how the legendary Shattered Onyx says nearly finished on it? If you want to, oops, if you want to add something to it, then you just take it over to these crafting devices right over here. This is the crafting device where you add stuff to it. You stick it in there and it'll show you what your options are. You could also go to the wiki article about it. It'll tell you what you can put there. Not all the, nearly finished doesn't, isn't anything. There's certain items like this ring, for example. It's just insightful intelligence, insightful wisdom, or insightful charisma. That's the only three you have an option on. All right, so I know that I want to do insightful charisma. Bam. And the reason is because, I have an insightful charisma one right now, but I find that I keep pulling it off of my bard, and half the time my bard doesn't have it because I'm doing charisma casters up the wazoo. So I want another one, and I pulled it today, so I'm doing it. No big whoop. Okay, so you just click on what you want. Insightful charisma. It says, okay, you're gonna need a dampening alloy, you're gonna need a reforged glowing ingot, you're going to need a reforged dense ingot, and you're going to need a stabilizing compound. Well, it shows that I have that thing, the dampening alloy, and I have the stabilizing compound, but I don't have the reforged glowing ingot, and I don't have the reforged dense ingot. So I just go over here, glow, and I want the reforged glowing ingot, not the meltdown glowing ingot. The reforged glowing ingot. And this is where you're going to use your thingy dingies that you got all the Sharn chests. One of the great designs from Sharn is that there's no such thing as a junk chest. Every Sharn chest has ingredients in it. So I just click on reforged glowing ingot. Boom. And that recipe also said I needed a reforged dense ingot. Boom. Again, your thingy dingies, iron defender rivets and your mage fire cannon parts and your worker drone actuators and stuff like that. So I need a reforged dense ingot. Boom. And then I just go over here and I can stick it back in there, insightful charisma, and now everything's there. And if I didn't have, let's say I didn't have, a stabilizing compound, let's say I didn't have a dampening alloy, well, those are just made from these other kinds of things too. So let's say I'm like, okay, I don't have a stabilizing compound, right? I just type in stab. And it says to make a stabilizing compound, it takes a dampening alloy, a reforged metallic ingot, a reforged dense ingot, and a reforged glowing ingot. Okay? Well, I just showed you how to make the reforged metallic and dense and glowing ingot. Well, how do you make the dampening alloy? Well, that's another thing. You just got to, melt stuff together here. So the dampening alloy, boom, I need one reforged dense ingot, one reforged glowing ingot, 5 worker drone actuators, and 5 shield guardian cores. So I just need to craft a couple of these, stick it all together to make the dampening alloy. Okay, so you're just going to make those, the stabilizing compound and the dampening alloy just by combining those other ingots. But I did have all the ingredients I needed now. I have the stabilizing compound here. I've got the reforged dense ingot and glowing ingot that we just made, and I had the dampening alloy. I wanted insightful charisma. I just hit forge. Bada bing, bada boom. There is my brand new legendary Shattered Onyx with insightful charisma on it. Nearly finished and almost there. You can too.